guys, welcome to our Good Friday Kid Zone. Thanks for joining us in our last video, The Good Samaritan. Today we're going to dive into why we call Good Friday, Good Friday. I mean, you may be wondering, what's so good about it? Well, obviously Good Friday is a Friday before Easter, so that should give you a little bit of a peek as to why we call it that. But let's find out together in this lesson. Oh, and also, Sister Gigi is going to be doing our drawings today. Unfortunately, James had to work, but that's okay. Sister Gigi is a good drawer, and she's also really nice. She also happens to have very big hair, but that's okay. Okay? All right, let's go and let's start the lesson. Let's start with number 1. And before I forget, don't worry. If you find the drawings to be too fast or too slow, you can always press the pause button, and you could catch up that way. Okay? And if you find them too slow, you can always speed it up. The good thing about being on a video. All right, let's get back to it. Number 1. Everyone in Jerusalem was looking forward to the Passover celebration and eating a special dinner, as well as singing and praising to God. But this Passover time would be different, especially for Jesus and his friends. His friends are also known as his disciples. Remember, there was 12 of them. So, let's draw number 1. Sister Gigi, what are we going to be drawing?
Hi guys, this is Sister Gigi, and we're going to start doing number 1. So we draw number 1. We're going to be drawing 3 stick figures. So you make a circle with a smiley face in it. Draw a long line down for the body. Then you do the arms and the legs. Then you go on and you draw another circle with the smiley face on it. Very good. You're going to do the arms and the legs again. And you do your last one. A circle with a smiley face, long line, arms with the legs. Now we're going to go on top and do music notes. So it's a circle and you go straight up and you just go down a little. See that? Very easy. Circle, straight up and down. Now we're going to make two music notes joined. A circle, straight up, go over, come down, another circle, and there you go. You could fancy it up a little. Make a circle, go up, and then put another line in between. See, they are rejoicing because this is a Passover celebration.
Nice job with those drawings, guys. Let's get to number 2. Jesus and his friends gathered for their special meal, but no servant came to wash anyone's feet. Jesus washed the feet of each of his friends. He talked about the ways he had shown love to them and how he wanted them to show love to each other. Then, while they ate, Jesus said, "One of you will betray me and give me to my enemies. They will kill me on a cross." So, what are we drawing for number 2, Sister Gigi?
Okay, guys, we're going to start doing number 2 now. It's going to be the washing of the feet. So we're going to start with a small L, capital L. Then you're going to make another L, a little bigger than that, coming over. That's the base of the foot. Then you're going to make the toes, the big toe, and 4 smaller toes. There you go. Everybody got that? Good. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to make a basin or a little bowl to wash the feet in. There goes the water. And you made the waves. And you do little water droplets. These could be a little difficult, but as you can see, you make it as best you can. And you can always go back, like I'm going to be doing in it, and fixing it. See, there you go. So it makes it look a little more like water droplets.
Nice job drawing those feet, guys. I'm sure that must have been quite the task. All right, let's get back to the story. Number 3. How could this be? Jesus' friends wondered. When Jesus had ridden into town 4 days earlier, the people had called him their king. But even though many people loved Jesus, some of the leaders hated him very much. They said we must stop Jesus. If we don't get rid of him soon, we won't be in charge anymore. They made a mean plan to kill Jesus. So, Number 3. What are we drawing, Sister Gigi?
Okay, we ready for number 3? Here we go. We're going to be doing number 3. You're going to be making an oval, and you're going to be making upside down V's on top. It's looking like a crown. Then what we're going to do is make a circle around the crown, and then we're going to cross it out. There you go. And then that's number 3. I forgot to write that there.
Nice job drawing those crowns, guys. All right, let's get back into the lesson. Number 4. Jesus knew their plan and that his friend Judas had been paid with 30 coins to lead them to Jesus when there weren't many people around. But Jesus also knew that he had come to earth to take the punishment and the sins. The sins are all the wrongdoings that people have ever done and ever will do. God was in charge of what was happening, and God was going to use the leader's evil plan to do something very good. So, number 4, Sister Gigi, what are we going to draw?
Okay, we're ready for number 4. Now what we're going to do for number 4 is write the word good. Capital G, capital O, and capital D. There you go. And around the word good, we are just going to put coins, silver coins. There you go. All around the word good.
I bet those coins were pretty tough to draw, weren't they, guys? All right, let's get back to the story. Number 5. After their meal, Jesus and his friends walked to the nearby Mount of Olives together. He asked his friends to wait for him while he went off by himself to pray. Jesus asked God to help him as he followed this plan to take the punishment and all the sins of the whole world. So, for number 5, Sister Gigi, what are we going to draw?
Okay, we're ready for number 5. We are going to be drawing Gethsemane, or also known as the Mount of Olives. So we're going to be making an arch for the mountain. Then we're going to be drawing 2 parallel lines. And we're going to be making M's for the leaves of the trees. Very simple. We're going to be doing 3 of them. Another set of parallel lines going down, and some more M's for the leaves of the trees. And here we go. Let's do the 3rd tree. Parallel lines going down, and some more leaves. And there you have the Mount of Olives, also known as Gethsemane.
All right, nice job on drawing the Mount of Olives, guys. Let's get back to the story. We are at number 6. When Jesus finished praying, he woke his sleeping friends. Judas was coming, but Judas wasn't alone. A crowd of men armed with swords and clubs had come with Judas to take Jesus away. Judas kissed Jesus on the cheek to show the men whom they should arrest. Jesus could have stopped the men, but he quietly let them take him. So, number 6, what are we going to draw, Sister Gigi?
Okay, we're going to be drawing number 6, which is the crowd of armed men that came to take Jesus into custody. First, we're going to be drawing sword, which is a straight line down and a cross at almost the bottom. Then you're going to be drawing upside down U's to represent the men. After that, you're going to be drawing a club, which looks just like a bat. Then some more armed men and another sword, straight line down, cross at the bottom. More men, the upside down U's, because remember, there was a lot. And then a club. You're going to be drawing a club. And you finish it off with some more men and another club if you would like.
All right, guys. Now you're starting to think the story's getting pretty grim. But don't worry, there's always a good ending. All right, number 7. Many, many years before, the prophets of God had said that Jesus would be as quiet as a sheep when all this was happening. They had said Jesus would let people hurt him and never say anything to defend himself or hurt them in return. God's prophets had also said that all of Jesus' friends would run away and leave him alone. And unfortunately, they all did. No one, not one of his disciples, was left with Jesus. Jesus was all alone. So, number 7, we're going to be drawing a man running away. Go ahead, Sister Gigi.
All right, now we're up to number 7. This is going to represent all of Jesus' friends and disciples running away. So we're going to be doing a slanted capital N. That would be his feet running away, you'll see. Then you draw a line up. You make a circle for his head. And then it looks like a V for the arms. And there you go. He's running.
Great job with those drawings, guys. Now let's get back at it. Number 8. The men with swords and clubs took Jesus to the house of the high priest. There the leaders told lies about him. People slapped him and they hurt him. And Jesus let them. Then they took Jesus to the Roman ruler named Pilate. They wanted to get permission to kill Jesus on a cross. Pilate knew Jesus had done nothing wrong, but he gave them permission so their leaders wouldn't cause any trouble for him. The Roman soldiers then took Jesus. They hurt him and put a crown of sharp thorns on his head. They made fun of him, and Jesus let them. He was willing to do all of these things, and endure all these pains and hardships because he loves us.
Okay, now we're going to start with number 8, our last one. We're going to make a crown of thorns. So we're going to start with an oval. As we're drawing the oval, we're going to add some lines, just very little bit of lines, just going around the inside edge just to make it look like the vines of the thorn bush. You see that? You just draw it just on the inside, going with the curve of the oval. There we go. And after that, we're going to start making the crowns. On the inside, which is just like a V, just on the inside. And when you come to the bottom of the crown, it's an upside down V to represent the thorns. On the outside, you do the same thing. Upside down V on the top, going around the edges, and at the bottom is just V's connecting. There's the crown of thorns. Now, we're going to draw a heart around a crown of thorns. Because he loved us so much, Jesus loved us so much, that he gave his life that we may live and be saved. Okay, guys, this should represent what we've just drawn, and yours should look similar to this. And the most important one is number 8, God's love, never-ending love for us.
Now that's the end of our lesson. And you may be wondering, what good came out of this Good Friday? Jesus certainly didn't have a good time. But, like when we drew those coins, God's plan is turning into something good. Even though Jesus is going through all this pain and suffering, he's doing it to take on the sin of the world. Let me tell you something. As a person, I've sinned, and many people sin. None of us are perfect. But because we love and we believe in Jesus, our sins are forgiven. And right now, this is the price for our sins. Jesus paid the price for it all. Okay? I know it sounds grim, but guess what? Sunday is going to happen. And Sunday is Easter Sunday, also known as Resurrection Sunday. Alright, let's go back to our memory verse, and this will all make sense to you. So the memory verse is, "Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends." John chapter 15, verse 13. As we know, there's no greater love than when a friend lays down his life for his friend. So, remember, this day is a good day because it's the day that Jesus died for our sins and showed his love for us. Alright? Hey, put a smile on those faces. Things may be grim now, but Easter Sunday is coming. Resurrection Day is coming. And we find life, hope, and love through Jesus. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Sunday. If you would like to know more about Living Word Christian Fellowship, please visit our website. Also, every Sunday at 10 a.m. we will have live streams of our services, so make sure you check those out as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you like us on Facebook. On Facebook, you'll see wonderful, inspiring posts and also our live stream of our services. Make sure you like and subscribe to our church YouTube channel, and you can find a Living Word Christian Fellowship NYC. Thanks for listening. We'll see you Easter Sunday.